The Queen says she misses her beloved late husband Philip in her most emotional Christmas message ever, remembering his mischievous twinkle and lamenting one familiar laugh is missing this year. The Queen has delivered her most emotional Christmas message ever, paying tribute to her beloved late husband Prince Philip and revealing how the Duke of Edinburgh's mischievous, enquiring twinkle was as bright at the end as when I first set eyes on him. The monarch described that there was one familiar laugh missing during the festive season this year as she made her most fulsome public tribute to her husband of 73 years and the nation's longest-serving consort since his death in April aged 99. Wearing the sapphire brooch she donned on her honeymoon in 1947 and again for her diamond wedding anniversary, the 95-year-old head of state also reached out to families who have lost loved one this year and addressed the COVID crisis. An intensely private woman, the Queen has touched upon her devastating loss on a handful of occasions since Philip's death. She has also given permission for Buckingham Palace to release a small number of treasured images of the prince. But today's message, broadcast at 3 p.m. on both BBC One and ITV, was by far her most intimate yet. The monarch sat behind a desk adorned with a solitary photograph of the Queen and the Duke in 2007 to mark their 60th wedding anniversary as she spoke to the nation from the White Drawing Room in Windsor Castle. She also spoke fondly of her eldest son Charles and his wife Camilla, and also of William and Kate, for their climate activism. Just a tacit mention was made to Lilibet Diana, Harry and Meghan's daughter, as one of 4 great-grandchildren born this year. But there was no reference, either on screen or by name during the 9-minute broadcast, to Andrew, Harry or Meghan, the trio having stepped back from royal duties as the House of Windsor faces its most severe crisis since arguably the 1990s. Although it's a time of great happiness and good cheer for many, Christmas can be hard for those who have lost loved ones, the Queen said. This year, especially, I understand why. The monarch, with a sapphire chrysanthemum brooch pinned to her Christmas red Angela Kelly dress, said of Philip, his sense of service, intellectual curiosity and capacity to squeeze fun out of any situation were all irrepressible. That mischievous, enquiring twinkle was as bright at the end as when I first set eyes on him. But life, of course, consists of final partings as well as first meetings. And as much as I and my family miss him, I know he would want us to enjoy Christmas. The Queen also acknowledged the impact of the COVID variant, having cancelled her regular trip to Sandringham in order to spend Christmas at Windsor. She was joined on the day by Charles and Camilla, Clarence House announced. While COVID again means we can't celebrate quite as we may have wished, we can still enjoy the many happy traditions, the head of state said. I am sure someone somewhere today will remark that Christmas is a time for children. It's an engaging truth, but only half the story. Perhaps it's truer to say that Christmas can speak to the child within us all. Adults, when weighed down with worries, sometimes fail to see the joy in simple things, where children do not. And for me and my family, even with one familiar laugh missing this year, there will be joy in Christmas, as we have the chance to reminisce, and see anew the wonder of the festive season through the eyes of our young children, of whom we were delighted to welcome 4 more this year. The Queen also hinted at the prospect of reuniting with loved ones in the new year. February, just 6 weeks from now, will see the start of my Platinum Jubilee year, which I hope will be an opportunity for people everywhere to enjoy a sense of togetherness. And also to look ahead with confidence, she said. I wish you all a very happy Christmas. The monarch has not been seen in public since early October following a bout of ill health. The Queen was accompanied by a single, framed picture of her and Philip captured in 2007 at Broadlands Country House in Hampshire to mark their diamond wedding anniversary. The couple had spent their honeymoon there in 1947. She wore a sapphire chrysanthemum brooch which she has worn during several key moments of her long and happy life with Philip. The then Princess Elizabeth first sported it for a photo call on her honeymoon, and she also wore it during the couple's diamond wedding celebrations. The Queen has had a lifelong passion for sapphires, thanks to her beloved papa, who noticed the cornflower blue gemstones match the color of his daughter's eyes. Throughout her life, King George VI often gave the gift of sapphires to his eldest daughter, from a bracelet for her 18th birthday in 1944 to a brooch in the shape of a flower basket to mark the birth of her first child, Charles, in 1948. She loved the suite of sapphires George VI gave her as a wedding present in 1947 so much that she later had a bracelet and tiara made to match. It prompted Noel Coward to write of a film premiere, "The Queen looked luminously lovely and was wearing the largest sapphires I have ever seen." Today, the suite of sapphires is reserved for what the Queen calls big dressing for formal occasions such as state banquets, while the necklace and earrings are a firm favorite for family occasions. Other precious gems in her priceless collection include Prince Albert's sapphire brooch, given to Queen Victoria on the eve of their wedding in 1840 and worn by every queen since, and a sapphire brooch left to her by Queen Mary that once belonged to the Empress Marie of Russia, mother of the murdered Tsar Nicholas II. Buckingham Palace has also announced that a service of thanksgiving for the life of the Duke of Edinburgh will take place at Westminster Abbey in the spring. Sources said they fully expected Harry and Meghan to be invited to the service, alongside the rest of the royal family. Many see it as a good way to break the ice between the couple and their estranged relatives following their acrimonious departure from the UK and royal life. The Queen made no reference to Andrew, Harry or Meghan, but praised Charles, Camilla, William and Kate during her Christmas Day message. The House of Windsor was plunged into its most severe crisis since arguably Princess Diana's death in 1997 after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex quit royal duties last year. Harry and Meghan proceeded to make a series of bombshell allegations against the royal family during their interview with Oprah Winfrey. Accusations of racism forced the Queen to pointedly claim that recollections may vary as she issued an unprecedented plea to deal with their issues privately as a family. Though it is thought that Her Majesty has invited the couple to a service of thanksgiving for the Duke of Edinburgh's life, concerns remain over Harry's forthcoming tell-all memoir, due to be published next autumn after the Platinum Jubilee. Meanwhile, the Queen's middle son Andrew stepped out of the public spotlight over questions about his friendship with convicted paedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein, and Epstein's Madam Ghislaine Maxwell, who is on trial in New York accused of sex trafficking. She denies the allegations. The Duke of York is currently battling a civil lawsuit filed in the U.S. which alleges that Epstein trafficking victim Virginia Roberts was forced to have sex with the senior royal on 3 occasions in 2001. Andrew has consistently and vehemently denied Miss Roberts's claims, and his lawyers are trying to get the case thrown out.